first opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
Ready, break.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. The man in motion is Watson. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
60 red. 60 red. You don't blue. Ready?
Here's Love, operating out of the pistol. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
3rd down, 3 to go.
Here we go. Hey,
Williams in motion.
Yellow, 43. Blue striker. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Corey Bojorquez to kick it away. Nicole Hardman deep to return. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
28-yard line.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Come on. Hey. Like it.
To throw right away, here's Milroe. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
70 Rangers. 70. Tag. Cougar 19.
From the gun, it's Milroe. Going up top. That is Hawk. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. It is a big play there for the Falcons. It's a gain of 43 yards.
18. You're not. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Now Milroe on 1st down. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on 1st down. A pickup of 7.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's in. What a try. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Atlanta. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. The extra point is good. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Got it? Down, shot, 17, left, 95, hut.
They'll start on the ground. That's Jacobs. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Divine Diablo there to make the play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings
On the
up
ready?
second.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Ready, ready. 60 red, 60 red.
The man in motion is Watson.
Set, hut.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 17 yards, the gain there. 1st down, Packers.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
In motion, it's Golden. Love to throw on 1st and 10. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a 1st down.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Set, hut. 33, break, 52.
They'll run with Jacobs. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Diablo on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Williams in motion.
32. Russell, 6. Ready?
On 2nd down, Love. That's caught at Savion Williams. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
1st down. A gain of 7. 1st down.
Come on, set.
Packers.
10 black. Ready.
From the gun, it's Love. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football as they go to work on 1st and goal.
On the set. Here we hey,
The man in motion is Watson.
Yellow, 22. Hut, hut.
Here's Jacobs. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal.
Let's go now. Hey.
In motion,
38.
Reed.
Steal, black. Ready, ready.
A 2nd down throw for Love. To the goal line and in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. And no return here. This is a touchback.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Okay,
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Panther 11. Tag. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Throwing is Milroe. That is intercepted. Picked off by Evan Williams.
Milroe's pass intercepted by the Packers. They'll take over 1st and 10.
So they're implementing a cover 2 system, and what that means is on the back end, Mike, your 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. They got to cover from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline. So they got to have range, they got to have great instincts, and then when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball, they got to be picks.
In motion, Reed.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Ready?
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
43 round. Yellow. 43. Yellow. Good. Black Ultra. Set. Cut.
Love has caught right side by Kraft. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
13 yards. And a Packer 1st down.
Set. Ready?
Here's Jacobs. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yards, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Set. Ready? 33. Yellow. Red. Cycle. Set.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That complete to Jacobs. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Let's go. Blaster. 6. 60 red. 60 red. Smash. Red. Blue.
The man in motion is Watson.
Green Jack. Hey, green. Hut, hut.
Love to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Jalen Walker. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up 4th down. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Packers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. And that kick goes out of bounds right away, and that is a big mistake because that ball's going to be marked beyond the 40-yard line.
Ready? Here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll throw on first down with Milroe. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Seven Pirates, Panther 11.
On first and 10, it's Milroe. He's going to keep it himself. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. It appeared like the Falcons were able to get back on that one. Ball stays with Atlanta.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
70 Lions.
Throwing now, Milroe on first down. Good throw, taken in.
Complete to number 3. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Second down, they need 3.
Come 19. Come on. 60 Eagles.
To the air, it's Milroe. Forced out wide. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, as it comes to 22 seconds remaining. Still halftime.
At the 16-yard line.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Now it's Milroe.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Here's second and 2.
Ready. Panther 80. Ready.
Now Milroe. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
Cougar 19.
Third and 2, now Milroe. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
The Falcons sending out the field goal unit. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Falcons will level the score at 10 apiece.
What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well, so they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one of the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Get hut. Ready, 38. Set.
Here's Love to throw. That one caught as Matthew Golden. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Set. Ready. 45. White. Black Ultra. White. Set.
Love to throw it on 1st down. Forced to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Devin Tompkins on the return. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
On 1st down, it's Milroe. He'll swing this one out wide to Carter. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
2nd and 12.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. And he's fouled up after a gain of a yard.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. He'll try to run for it. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. It'll be forward to about the 42. Javon Fuller there on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Packers' 42-yard line.
Go.
Now they'll throw it with Milroe. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that 1st down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
A gain there of 16 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
Anytime you're having a really good drive like this, Mike, you just hate to see it stall out on the fringe of the red area. But in this case, not only do they pick up some good yardage on the ground, they get a fresh set of downs to hopefully go in and finish this drive with a touchdown.
Here we go.
Now Milroe on first down. On the move left. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Second and 10. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. A run with Carter. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to third down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Ready up.
They'll run it here with Robinson. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain. Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Check view. 33, yellow. Ready?
We'll go play action with Love. He'll take a shot for Watson. That is hot. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 55 yards on the game.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close.
60 red. Hut.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Williams in motion.
45, White. Striker, blue striker. Set.
On second down, Love. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. 2nd touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 on the year. On for the PAT is Aubrey. He knocks it through, and the Packers make the lead full. It is 17-13.
Falcons 13.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. But dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Milroe. Pass pulled in by Carter. And will be forced out of bounds. A very short gain.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Mustang 19. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Go! 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
From the gun, it's Milroe. Rolling to the left. Now he'll run it. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
17 yards.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this.
On the jump.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll begin the 4th by giving it to Robinson. And this tackle there, he pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And the defense strings him out. He'll fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
Come on, come on. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Here's Milroe to throw. Flush to his right. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
Milroe.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6.
Buffalo 18. Buffalo 80. Go.
Throwing is Milroe. He got all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. Jared Verse, he works his way in, and that's now 5 sacks for him on the year. They need one right now. 3rd and long. Back to throw. The ball deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Falcons. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
No problem there on the extra point, and the Falcons go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
17.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, Time to kick it back the other way. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line.
Ready. 45. White. Set.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Check 2. Set. 52. Set.
On play action, Love. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Reek Woolen that time. Good coverage, and he breaks it up.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Ready.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
That's good for the Packers. First down.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment.
Set. Ready. Yellow. 22. Set.
They'll drop to throw. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2. Brings up
2nd down, 8 for the first down.
Come on. Set. Block the slide through. Go red.
In motion, Reed. Throwing on 2nd down, Love. He'll get rid of it and complete it. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
For the middle, that one caught by Watson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's another Packers first down.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here's 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
Set. Hut.
And motion is Golden.
Ready.
A 2nd down throw for Love. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Hey.
In motion, Reed.
You. Yellow. Edo blue. Blue. Go. Set. Go.
From the gun, it's Love. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Claude red. Field black. Ready?
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
The kick is good. Next to score, Packers 24, Falcons 20.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here is 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Panther 11. Panther 11. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Cougar Knights, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 79 Broncos, 18 Pioneers.
Milroe throwing on 2nd down. On the run to the right. He keeps it himself. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Double as good there. They get the 1st down and save a timeout.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the 1st down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
And he'll be out of bounds. It's a nice game, though, on 1st down. A pickup of 7.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
They'll come up now for 2nd down.
60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. Go! Ready?
To the air, it's Milroe. Pushed out to his left. He'll take off again. Now a timeout. That's their 1st. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 8 Warriors, 17. 7 Pirates, 7, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. And when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop with 25 seconds remaining on the clock.
3rd and 1.
A big play in the game now. 3rd down and 1.
19 sight, 19, 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now it's Milroe. Forced out left. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So often we see quarterbacks get themselves in trouble when you move the pocket towards the sideline. It really takes away half of the field. So Give credit. He doesn't try to throw back across his body, put the ball in harm's way. Just simply throws this ball out of bounds and lives for the next play.
Fourth down, and here's Milroe. He's going to run it, and he's going to have a Falcons first down. They go for it on 4th and 2, and they get 6 yards.
4th and short. Initially, you could tell he's just trying to get this ball out of his hand quickly, just enough to move the chains. Defense did a good job taking his reads away, so he turns into a runner, puts his head down, picks up the first down, keeps this drive alive.
On 1st and 10, it's Milroe. He'll run again, and this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time, but what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
Makes the score Falcons 27, Packers 24.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. Here's first down.
Ready. 38. Smash, red, blue striker. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This one is caught by Reed. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. And the clock will stop. Timeout called with 5 seconds remaining.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Down. Yellow, 22. Cut.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. To the left side in the hands of Watson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
That's another Packers first down. A gain of 19 yards. And a Packer first down.
So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to force overtime. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win here for the Falcons, and it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Falcons are winners as we